Don't break the chain. Okay, what are you talking about, and how does this have anything to do with habits? On this week's episode, we're going to talk about the philosophy of don't break the chain. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jaime. This channel is all about us ladies finding our inner spark and discovering our inner badass. I think I'm gonna laugh every time I say that. On this channel, it's a little bit of me documenting my fitness journey. It is gonna be some tips and tricks with Jaime. It's also going to be some hip hop cardio and some strength routines trickled in. What this is really about is a real woman working with some real ladies who wanna make a stickable change. No crazy diets, no crazy workouts, no crazy lifestyle changes. Just real life. If you're like, girl, this is the channel for me, go hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. Go make some comments if there's things that you want to hear about. Never know, might show up on our next video. We are building a community of like-minded women. If you have a friend or family member that you think this would be a good tips and tricks for, please share. Sharing is caring, people. Now on to the program. This next installment is going to continue with our Building Healthy Habits series. We're going to talk about the concept of don't break the chain. Are you like, okay, seriously, what is that? I'm going to show my age. I think I did that on the last video. Really going to show my age. So how many of you all remember the Jerry Seinfeld show? But what did he do before he had the Jerry Seinfeld show? He was a stand-up comedian. And so the whole don't break the chain philosophy started with Jerry. So Jerry would use a paper calendar, and every day he would create new jokes for his stand-up show. And every day that he did that, he would very intentionally take a red marker and mark the date off on the calendar. Very visibly, he would see a chain of red X's across that calendar. It's almost like creating an internal competition with yourself that you want to put that red X on the calendar every single day and not break the cycle. I don't know about you, but I find that when I first try to start a new habit, it's like super easy in the beginning. I'm so excited to start this new insert into the blank. I'm so super motivated and I'm like gung-ho, right? And I hit it at 100 miles an hour. But what happens when you're a few days in? Man, life kicks you in the butt. And sometimes the motivation to keep the new habit going comes to a slamming halt. You skip a day, and then you skip another day, and then another day, and then you just, you're like, okay, well, that clearly did not happen. Can we use Jerry's idea of don't break the chain to keep the habit going? So let's modernize this just a little bit. For those of you all that have kids that are teenage years, that are all about the Snapchat, have you all heard about streaks? Now, bear with me because I only halfway understand this concept, but apparently, it's the same thing about like the Jerry with the red X's. Every single day, they send a Snapchat, whatever they call it. They send it to one of their friends. And every day it keeps score so that, like one of my kiddos walks in, he's like, I've got 200 and something blah, 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 of my streak. I have to do my streak. I have no idea what he's talking about, but this is the same thing. Okay, so let's take all of this and apply it to building a new habit. Have you ever heard the saying that it takes 21 days to build a new habit? Oh, that is like forever. 21 days. What if you selected the new habit that you're going to work out every day? And then it becomes Friday and you haven't made it to a gym. So let's apply that don't break the chain or don't break your streak, as the kids say, philosophy to this particular habit. But let's be really specific on the habit. So instead of saying let's just work out, what if we said every day we're gonna move for 10 minutes? This could be going for a walk during your break. This could be putting your car a little further in the parking spot and walking into work. It could be taking the stairs instead of the elevator. It could be doing some squats next to your desk. Endless. But each day that we did 10 minutes, we would put a red X on our calendar and be like, I got that done today. Are you like, girl, how did you come up with 10 minutes? What? Okay, you said you wanted to add workups, but how did you come up with 10 minutes? I think that sometimes it can be such a mental resistance just to get started. And it is so much harder to make that commitment when the time commitment is ginormous. But what if you had an easy time limit? It's so much easier to start when you have that small time limit. Think of it this way. It's better to move or do some sort of exercise for 10 minutes every day versus not doing it at all. What if you're like, you know, girl, I don't want a paper calendar. What can I do? There are so many apps that you can get on your phone, Android or iPhone, that is for this exact purpose. You can go from super simple to like way complex. For me, I like something that is user-friendly, simple to set up, and something I can just go with. You know, if I'm gonna find an app that's gonna take me like 3 days and maybe a teenager to teach me how to do it, it's not gonna happen. So for me, finding that super simple one, just a couple steps, get me up and running, like less than 3 minutes and I'm good to go, that's what I'm looking for. So there's one right now that I'm using. It's called Done. I don't know why that's funny. It's called Done. I just grabbed the free version, and what it allows me to do is track 3 habits. If you want to do more than 3 habits, you can do the paid version. It's not very expensive, but what I have found is if I try to do too many goals all at once, everything just goes. So I stick with the free version and with 3 goals that I can track. Now this version that I'm using, the Done version, I'm sorry Android users, it is an Apple version, but I did find one for you Android users if you'd like, called Habit Hub, and I will put the information below for both apps so you can quickly go to it and check it out. If you're using an awesome app for habit tracking, leave a comment below so we can all see what you're using. Okay, are you like, I totally want to try this out? I have 6 tips to get you started. So step 1, you have to figure out what habit you want to do, and then you need to figure out what the absolute minimum requirements are. Choose something that you can do in a single setting, like read 5 pages in one setting, or go for a 10-minute walk. Eat 1 green veggie per day. Wake up and not hit the snooze button. Go to bed on time. You want to find something that you can do and mark off your, pick something that you actually want to do, but you got to be flexible and realistic. Step 2, you got to select which tracking tool you want to use. Do you want paper or do you want electronic? Pick what works best for you. And the really cool thing is if you start with one thing and you want to switch to another, do it. Leave a comment below if you were like, I'm a paper girl or I'm an electronic girl. Step number 3, you gotta set some boundaries. As much as we would like to say, no matter what habit we do need to keep the factor of we live in real life and unfortunately crap happens. You get the flu or you're on vacation and it can feel like cheating, you know, if you put an X on that day. So here's a possible solution. Have a game plan for 6 days that you would mark it with an S, and on vacation days you mark it with a V. But if you miss a day for a reason outside of these that you've already set, then the chain's gonna start from scratch, people. Step 4, do the habit and check it off. Make a red X. Step 5, don't break the chain. You're like, okay, I get that. What kind of step 5 is that? So you gotta do it every day, right? So you did it on the first day and you did it next, and you're gonna do it the next day and you did it next and you did it on the next day. You got me. Last step, and this is the best one. Step 6, you totally have to prepare yourself for a reward. You need a reward. While, you know, not breaking the chain is great motivation, just, you know, think about this. So it takes 21 days to make a habit, right? And we're gonna set a reward for ourselves that if we do this for 21 straight days with no cheating, that we get X reward. That's some motivation. Okay, so why does all this work? It is a little bit of a competition with yourself. I mean, like, seriously, you don't want to miss a day. The key here is all about consistent progress. Is inevitable when you start to build momentum. No matter how perfect or imperfect the efforts each day are, it doesn't matter. Instead, it's just about building the efforts over a period of time. Okay guys, this is gonna wrap up our 4th episode in our series for building healthy habits. If you like this video, make sure you click the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, make some comments, let me know what you like or didn't like, or what you would like to hear about in future videos. If you know of anybody that's trying to build some habits and they're like, this sucks, girl, please share. Sharing is caring. If you haven't checked out the other videos in this series, just head on down to the description. I'll have them lined out for you. Start with 1, work your way through 4. Don't forget about that booty burner. I'll have the download link right below in the description. So if you are looking for a 30-day, I want a new rear end in 30 days, I totally got you. And you can do it anywhere. You don't even need any equipment. And we talked about this before. You can do it from home, the gym, you can do it in a Target aisle, you can do it in a Starbucks line. And if you need a friend, you call me, I'll come do it with you. And last thing, this dress is from Old Navy. Isn't it cute? I made up, people. You guys have a good night.